Hi, welcome back. My name is Neville Ambonya. Today's episode is about anger, depending on who taught you pronunciation. But some of us who are more civilized will pronounce it as anger. So don't focus on pronunciation, just focus on listening to the message. And I'll start by giving a short story of a farmer and a farmer and his donkey. And I hope that this story is going to inspire, motivate some of you, my viewers outside there. So during their normal activity, the donkey accidentally fell into a well. Unfortunately, the well had no water. The well had dried off, and actually, the villagers were planning to come and cover the well to avoid accidents. But unfortunately, the donkey fell into the same well. So after all the techniques the farmer applied to help the donkey out of the well, after all those techniques proved futile, the farmer came to a decision that the donkey should just die, because there's nothing he could do. There's nothing more, or there's nothing that he had not tried. So he called the villagers and he asked the villagers to come with their shovels so that they can cover the well with the donkey inside. So after a few shovels of sand being thrown into the well, the donkey started crying in pain. It yelled in pain. But they persistently or continuously threw in sand. So something amazing happened, because the donkey went silent. There was no sound coming out of the well. So they went ahead and checked inside to find out what was happening. But to their surprise, they were very intrigued that something amazing, something beautiful, something magnificent was happening. After each shovel being thrown into the well, the donkey would shake off the sand, then climb on top of the sand. And it did that repeatedly until it was above the ground. So friends, viewers, life is a matter of choices. And we need this dirt. We need this soil. We need this turmoil for our growth, for our development. You need that heartbreak. You need that disappointment. You need that betrayal. You need that disagreement. You need that dissolution of that marriage for you to advance to the next level in your life. For you to progress to the next level in your life. Embrace them. Take them as just stepping stone to move you to another level. Take those challenges as stepping stone. Turn those challenges to your advantage. Don't let those turmoil define you. Let them refine you. Remember, the decision is yours. The donkey would have chose to die, quit and die. But it made that decision of just shaking off the dirt. So shake off the disappointment. Shake off the disagreement. Shake off those betrayal. Shake off those loss of business, of job loss, those job losses. And move on. The decision is yours. You have to make that choice. And before making that choice of quitting, remember why you started. Remember, quitting is the birthplace of regret. When you quit, you deny yourself that chance of seeing those good things that are on the other side of your pain, on the other side of your disappointment. Going back to the topic, my topic of anger. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, and leave a comment down below. Anger. So many people are in jail because of anger. So many people are out here suffering because of acting out of spite, because of making those rational decisions when they were angry. So, what is anger? And how do you control your anger or your temper? Because, normally, anger inhibits your mind. When you are agitated fully, or when you are fully agitated, normally your mind will be masked. That you will not be able to make the right decision. Now, this is the time you'll find people committing murder. This is the time you'll find someone beating up his wife or her husband or his kids to the extent of killing them because of anger. It has inhibit your mind not to think properly, not to think in the right way. Anger denies you that opportunity of giving that decision a second thought, of giving that rational decision a second thought, because it has inhibit your mind. When you give it a second thought, you will find yourself making the right decision. It only takes a few seconds for you to commit something that you will live to regret for the rest of your life. Those people that are behind bar, some of them are sentenced to life sentence, death sentences, 50, 40 years in prison, 40 years behind bars, just because of something that they did not apply a second thought. Remember, before making that rational decision that you will yield to your suffering, give it a second thought. It only requires seconds for you to give it a second thought. Second thought is very pivotal. A second thought is very pivotal. Just sit on the sideline and give it a second thought. Because, after committing that or executing that heinous act or making that rational decision, you end up regretting. You end up wishing that someone would have come and tell you not to execute it. You end up wishing that you would have given it a second thought and controlled your anger and controlled your temper. Number one way of controlling your temper is just counting 1 to 10. Gradually. You count gradually. You count 1. Slowly. 2, 3. This is when you have reached your boiling point, when you have reached your maximum. There are people who, when they are angry, they will start even shaking. Now, this is the time even they cannot think wisely. They cannot think in the right direction. So they are shaking. They are anxious. They are reacting. They just want to act. So, when you have reached to that point, just count 1 to 10 gradually. And when you've reached 10 and you feel like the anger has not well or is not well suppressed, or the temper has not well been suppressed, start counting backwards slowly. You count 10. Now, the magic here is you will refocus your mind from focusing on whatever was upsetting you at that particular time to focusing on counting the figures, to focusing on counting the numbers gradually. So this one will help in suppressing the anger. Number 2 is just distancing yourself from disagreements. You just distance yourself, or those arguments, you just go outside. Now I'm talking to the perception when you are reached your boiling point. Now you want to react. So that is the time you just step outside. Take a deep breath. Just repeat this, taking a deep breath, then slowly breathing out. You take another deep breath, then slowly you breathe out. You repeat this continuously for about 3 to 4 minutes. And actually the magic will happen. The anger will have subsided, or it will have been suppressed. Or you can just go to the bunges. Normally I call them bunges, or the jobless corner. Or you can just call a friend, engage that friend in a conversation. This one will also help in refocusing your mind from that thing that is upsetting you to something that, or to the interesting story that maybe your friend will be giving you. So that will also help in suppressing your anger. So as you focus on exercising these steps when you are agitated, I wish you the best. I wish you a fantastic week ahead. And that was all for today. Bye bye.